Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 22 on Attingham Park. I did state that we would be starting to do this series in solo mode as well, guys, and well, yeah, we need to get this grass cut. It's got to be done before the end of December. We also need to get baled as well, so it's going to be quite a, it's kind of going to be a little bit of a repeat of yesterday's episode. I've got a worker going, finishing the seed. Mr. Diolo started yesterday. And yeah, basically we need to get this cut and we need to get both baled before the end of November, just so we can go into December in knowing that all the grass is done basically. Yeah, kind of a grassy episode again today, but it's fine, it's got to be done. I'm still umming and ahhing about maybe making a custom cow pen for this field, so I don't really know what we're going to do with this field otherwise. It's definitely got to have some sort of animals in it, I think. It's not very big for a grass field, that's why I'm thinking it needs to be animals. But yeah, if we get this grass field cut quickly and then we can turn the radio on while we do some baling, because the bale is mega loud, so it's always nice to get the music turned on when we're baling. We're going to have a lot of bales to make, but the good thing is we are making square bales, and we can make 240 square bales for silage as well. Just don't want to miss loads today on the corners if we can help it, but the problem is you can't guarantee to get it all. As much as people would like to get it all, it's just not possible. Let's try and go up there in straight lines though, because it'll be a little bit easier to keep on top of, I think. Yeah, this shouldn't take more than a couple of minutes really, so there's no point time-lapsing this. I have got some more silage to sell. There's another reason why I want to get into December. I want to try and leave that silage for December, because it's just a better price in general. We might make an extra 10% on the price. You think about yesterday, guys, we made like 200,000 litres. No, we sold 150,000 litres. We made a good 100-ish thousand pounds, something daft like that yesterday on the silage. I can't remember the exact figure off the top of my head. But yeah, we made some good money. Like I said, we've still got about 300,000 litres of silage left to sell, so... Plus, we're going to need some silage for the TMR. We do have the milk cows now. I did move them off recording. I sold the meat cows, as I call them, the Angus cows. I brought in the dairy cows, and I did manage to make up one pot of TMR. And I only did that because I had to drive past the BGA with the feed mixer. It was just easier to half fill it full of silage as we drove past. So yeah, we half filled it full of silage, came back to the farm, put a couple of hay in it, put a straw in it, and boom. And then what I did is we made a couple of straw bales. We broke them up and we put them into the cow pen as well. So we should start producing manure at some point, as long as we've got a manure pit, which I'm not actually sure. I've literally just thought of that actually. So yeah, we need to go and double check and make sure we've got a manure pit. So there's no point making cow poo for the fields if we've got nowhere to store it, because we won't be making any of it. Right, tiny little bit left to cut on this field and then straight onto the baling. This Valtra has been, I knew that was going to happen. The worker is, yeah, Mr. Diolo did like 3 or 4 headlands yesterday, and yeah, the worker's just going in a slightly different angle. And I'm going to presume he's, again, I need that field to be done in November, so that worker's got to finish, so we're going to end up having to babysit this worker, I think. We don't have a choice. But that is going to really slow us down actually, if we have to babysit a worker. Oh, I was hoping he was going to be a little bit more useful than what he has been. matters which way we do that. It's just going to make a mess no matter what. Oh, I missed that. I'm not messing around with that. Like I say, we've got loads we need to get done. Absolute loads. And this worker not being very good. Oh, sorry. I wasn't even paying attention to the fact that that rear mower wasn't folded yet. Yeah, I had big plans for the farm. My plans up to now have not gone very... Why did you stop? I'll tell you why, because you're a bloody idiot. Right, okay. I see what he's done here. He tried to go the other way. If we go back down to this bottom end and put him on, he should start going up the field. If he goes up the field, yeah, he's done 2 passes. Ugh, how very awkward of him. He's not playing fair. Look at him. This is why I'm not. Like I say, I have a love-hate relationship when it comes to the AI workers. Sometimes they work brilliantly and better than expected, and then other times they just won't do the basics of jobs. Why are you struggling? Right, well, you can crack on doing that. I'm going back to this one. Yeah, we've got the fields to do, like in the cow pens and the sheep pens for the grass. Not really worried about that one right now. I do want to try and get out of cutting that grass. We'll cut it if we have to, but it's not the job I definitely want to get done. Do you know what I mean? I'm not exactly classing them as fields to be done. But if we can just deal with the fields that we've got. Field 31 and 32 though, I think it was 31 or 32. I know it's definitely 31, but 32 I think is the other number. I think they're going to have to stay as grass fields, guys, because I was hoping to maybe plough them out and put a crop in there. The problem is the soil type is loam or sandy loam. It's the worst one out of all of them. So if we ever put a crop in there, we're only going to ever get 80% yield out of it. And to be honest with you, 80% yield is absolutely shocking. So I think we should just I think we should just leave them as grass fields. But that's a good thing as well, because it means we don't need any other grass fields. Like 24, for example, that I've just cut. Yes, it's a grass field. If I make it into an animal pen, then yes, we'll leave it as grass. But I'm thinking if we don't, then we'll change 24 to just like a, I don't know, it could be like a chicken feed field, that one. Something daft like that. Wheat, barley, sorghum, things like that. I'm hoping soon to be able to get rid of that windrower, because now we've got the mowers with the swath mode. I don't think we're going to need them. 240, there we go. Right, hang on a minute. I bought a wrapper off recording just to try and keep the series moving a little bit. Let me just make sure this wrapper can wrap 240 square bales. No, 220 square bale. Oh, you suck. Oh, I would have loved to have had a 240 square bale wrapper. Let's get that unfolded. Like I say, there is a lot of grass in this field, guys. Maybe take quite a while. I'm gonna lose 2,500 litres of a hay bale, but that's fine. I can get a couple of these made. It's amazing how big this field is actually now. I know it's 2 fields in one, but it's amazing how big it is. This is probably going to take quite a while to bale up. I'm hoping to try and get this done in one time lapse, but well, it needs to be. And like I say, it's all got to be built in November. Yeah. Yeah. This is why I like square builds though, because square builds are technically easier to make up, but I know I said the other day that I like the round builds, and I do. Now I've got the rounder builds mod working, and I've started working with round builds and front loading work over on Valley Springs. I love working with the round ones. Sometimes the square ones just means you can just bail a little bit faster, because you don't have to stop to let a bail out. Now I know technically I've got to wrap them, which is where it slows me down. If I'd have had like a round wrapper, baler wrapper in one, 150 bales, could have wrapped them at the same time. I still want to get a forage harvester, and I still want to make the bales that way, and then that way we don't have to actually stop. We ran out of money, to be honest. I know we got 220,000 in the bank, but the harvester to buy on its own was like 305 for the cheapest one. Well, cheapest one for the horsepower requirements that we needed. But yeah, I'm going to get the radio turned on, guys, because this is going to be quite a long process. I think that's going to be the easiest thing to do. Right, there we go, guys. All done and dusted. What, the baling? That was quicker than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I don't know if you saw just before we started that last one, I accidentally disconnected the baler. Oops. Mistakes happen. Has he finished working again, or is he just... Yeah. This work is really starting to frustrate me because I really need to get this silage wrapped. But this work is absolutely useless. Right, I've just realised this doesn't live here. This lives by the sheep. If I keep all grass cutting area equipment by the sheep, I find it's just easier to remember. Right, bear with me. But yeah, like I say, I bought the feed mixer. I don't know if I bought that on recording or, but I bought a couple of little bits. Like I say, I swapped the sheep for the milk ones. I don't like to do loads on off recording, but I just wanted to get a couple of little bits done that I knew we would need to do. Yeah, that worker is absolutely useless. I won't mind, but I didn't realise it came up with the message either, otherwise I'd have put it back on earlier. Get that parked in there. Let me disconnect that and leave that there. Right. I won't mind, but... Ah! That will be why he stopped. He ran out of seed. It's not that he was useless. He just decided to run out of seed. Oh, I don't know if I've got any seed on the farm either. This could be interesting. I don't think Mr. Diolo brought 2 bags. I think he only brought 1 bag of seed. And I did top it up before I started today. Yeah, I'm almost sure these are all... Fertilizer, 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 fertilizer. Right, let's have a look, because we don't need this little trailer. I don't know why this little one was rented. It's pathetically small. Right, we're going to have to do a shop run then, guys. We don't really have a choice. I've already got some fertilizer. I've got a new low loader as well, by the way, guys. It was a mod conflict, which is why I got rid of the other one. I didn't spawn the money back in for us losing that trailer. I just got us another low loader, basically. It's not a big one like the last one. It's a really, really small one. I didn't want to go too big this time, to be honest. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to go to the shop. I'm going to pick this trailer up. It's got our wrapper on already. I'm going to buy a couple of bags of seed, and I'll probably bring us back when we're back on the farm, because otherwise we're going to run out of time, and I really would like to get this field finished in this episode. Right, there we go. We are back on the farm. Look at this monstrosity, guys. Yeah, I already had bags of fertilizer on here. I'd already lifted the fertilizer onto there, but as you can see, we're getting this done now. There's a bag of seed down. It's apparently we're too far away from it. It reached 1 bag of seed, but it's not reaching the other. Like I said, I'm just going to do that out because, like I said, I need to get this worker on desperately. Desperately need to get this worker on. So if we top up the seed, we top up the fertilizer, we'll leave them bags there. Should be more than enough, really, to be honest. Yeah. There we go. This has to be finished today. I think it will be, to be honest. We can always maybe just finish it off recording if we were to run out of time. I don't think, to be honest, I'm going to get much more time to do anything else, so it might be worth me just manually doing this. I can always do a bit of wrapping off recording, because I think we've made about 100 bales today, maybe. I don't know. All I know is over there's a lot of bales. A lot of bales, and it's kind of a stupid amount of bales. There's going to be a lot of silage. Like I say, silage bales we want to try and keep because we can just store them somewhere, and we can make the TMR mixes, and we can always sell them if we need emergency cash. If I can get this, saying that though, if I can get this worker to finish this, I've got a couple of loads of silage I could go and sell. You know, from the silage pit. I can go and get another 100,000 litres of that sort. No. I'm saving it for December. Matt, remember, Reaper, remember, save it for December. I'm so eager to get rid of it. Like I say, we had 1.4 million litres of silage and we still haven't sold it all. But I'm eager to sell it for the money. But I also don't want to, you know, if we can get a better price next month, why the hell not? This has got 240 brake horsepower. I'm not really sure what the horsepower requirement is for this Cedar, but I'm going to tell you now, this thing's struggling. But yeah, we're not really allowed to use workers on this series, but with it being a co-op series and there's no one available today, it's my way of having a worker, you know what I mean, if someone was available to do it today. But like I say, if anyone's interested in joining the co-op series, all you got to do, guys, is be in the Discord. I would like you to be active in the Discord as well, just, you know, why not? I'm not saying like you need to talk constantly, but you know, better than some of the people that are in there who just don't seem to talk. They only ever seem to talk when they want something, which again I'm not that bothered about, but it'd just be nice to grow a community that's really active, you know what I mean? And in this series, you know, it gives us something to talk about. Where is, right, it's down there, is it? So that's that done up here. That didn't take too long actually, did it? There's a bird. Fly away, bird. I will run your ass over. Let's go. Yeah, we record Attingham on a Friday morning. It's about 8:30 AM UK time. Saturdays it's about 8:30ish. It's Saturday, like today, I knew no one was around today, so I kind of had a little bit of a lay-in. But like if I know someone's around, and I always get up for 8:30 because I have to do it when it's quiet. With having 2 kids with special needs, being able to record while they're still asleep, because that's the one thing about all 3 of my kids, they love sleep. They are literal sleeping hermits. They go to bed, no problems going to bed, they love sleep. They're like the mother. But it gives me time to record a bit of peace and quiet before they all start causing havoc, shall we say. Havoc is probably the best word for it, actually. Yeah, I've got 2 autistic children and they clash. Unfortunately, they're both boys and they both share a bedroom. One prefers peace and quiet and the other one's a loud version. So you can imagine how they clash all day, every day when they're here. Which is one of the reasons why I do YouTube videos on a morning. Like I said, they're either in bed or at school. And if they're at school, it gives me then all day to edit the video and get it up onto YouTube, things like that. And, you know, on a morning, on a weekend, or on the school holidays, they're asleep. The only people up at this time in my house is me and the farm dog. Farm pup. I always call her farm pup because even though she's like 5 in a few months, I've called her pup since the day we got her, and that's just what she gets called. As you can see, guys, the one thing I like about this Cedar is the fact that we can get fertilizer down at the same time, so we don't have to come back over it at a later date. Now, I'm not saying, yeah, it's on automatic application rate. So that is fantastic. Yeah, so we don't need to come back and do this again. So we basically seeded and limed this field in one go. So yeah, that's how we want to do this in future. I am expecting to get weeds though. I don't think it got ploughed. Oh, maybe it did get ploughed. What did we have in here? We had corn, didn't we? I'm trying to decide if we ploughed this field or not. Like I say, it's a couple of weeks since we've been on the Attingham series. Kind of just got well into Valley Springs way too much, and then last weekend, you know, it was my son's birthday and things like that, so I just, yeah. We haven't been on Attingham for a couple of weeks. We haven't been on European for a couple of weeks either. We should be on European tomorrow, so Monday, Tuesday videos for you guys on YouTube. Should be the European series. I say should be. Might change my mind before then. My problem is I'm absolutely loving playing Valley Springs. I could do Valley Springs 7 days a week quite easily. But it's nice to also have that change as well, you know, on maps. And this was always my favourite map from Farm Sim 19. This was, yeah, this was just it. But I've got to be honest, Bally Springs is really fighting for that position at the moment. The problem is I've had with Bally Springs is I've had issues with the map. You know what I mean? The little cow igloo pod things, they gave me issues to start with. The fact that every field was grass was a bit of a nightmare with that map. But it meant you just did the same thing all the time. Where, you know, but we've changed all that now. Do you know what I mean? But it took a lot of editing to do that. I think that is all of our fields seeded and harvested. So that means that all this, like I said, I know I brought more seed back and fertilizer back than we needed. It was more so we had it on the farm. That was it. It wasn't a case of anything other than we just wanted to have it on the farm. I'll dump it all here. I'll get the wheel loader around and we'll move it all across. But yeah, as you can see, we've got a lot of wrapping to do. I'm probably going to do a little bit of it in off recording because this episode's about done. But obviously I want to save some for on recording as well. Right, I just need to double check. What are we like for water over here? 9,000 litres. But we are running a little bit low on the water side of things. As you can see, we've got one lot of total mixed ration in there. We put a little bit of straw in, like I said, for the milk, so they should start producing. Yeah, there's no manure at all, so we need to get what we've got here. Right, so our sheep have now bred. Fantastic. Right, so we've now got more sheep than we had. There's the default cows. Right, we need a manure pit because we're wasting it otherwise. I do believe the seeder's done with 270. That's why it was out. It was over thing. Yeah, if this is wrong, I'll have to re-rent it. But I believe that's done. Oh, I left my tractor running. That was a big mistake. It uses quite a lot of fuel as this thing. Put one of them there. I know, guys. I'm using super strength. But I'm just emptying the trailer. Just want to leave all that here because this is all for that. But yeah, this is our new little low loader. It's not very big, guys. I didn't want to get like a stupidly big one. More to do with cost, to be honest. But yeah. We can put things on the back of this. Again, I know, before anyone shouts at me, you're using super strength too much. Honestly, I don't mind. For me, it's just the way it is. Get that in there like that. Like I say, I think field-wise, apart from baling, we'll have some fertilising to do over on our grass fields. Yeah, I'm trying to see if we've got a manure somewhere for manure. What do we need? We need silo extensions, isn't it? Yeah, that's the yes, that was it. I remember now. It wanted to do it that way. It doesn't let me turn it 360. Yeah, I remember why I didn't have one now. I just don't know where to put it. I kind of like it there, but I feel like it's going to be in the way. It doesn't help that it doesn't turn. Now, I do have a version of this that does turn a whole 360. The problem is, it means I'd have to send it to everybody who plays in the server. I just don't know where to put this, to be honest. Where do you think we should put it? That's the question. I don't want it like out here. It's just in the way. I was kind of hoping this was going to be for manure, to be honest. But it's not. So yeah, we need to get an extension on here. That is the only place I can really put it. It's the only place I can put it. Screw it. Let's go in there then. There we go. So, like I say, it's really awkward on where finding a place to put it. With the way it only turns on like 90-degree angles. In your heap extension, it should be within range of the cows. That is there. Lovely. Right guys, I hope you have enjoyed this episode, guys. Like I say, I will do just a little bit of baling off record, a little bit of wrapping just off recording, just because it's going to take quite a long time to do. Have we got statistics? How many bales have we produced today? We made 50 bales. We made 50 bales today, so that's going to be quite a lot to wrap. Yeah, as I say, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. We will be going back to, I think it should be European tomorrow. It is up to now, unless I change my mind. But yeah, if you like the video, please hit that like button, guys. It does help a massive it makes a massive difference to a small YouTube channel like mine. If you like the video, like I say, hit that like button. If you like the series in general or any of the series, you know, consider hitting that subscribe button. And until the next time, guys, thank you so much for watching.